Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Harvey from Black Forex Trader. So in this video I'll be doing today market review, plus I'll be analyzing the market for the next coming days until Friday. So without wasting any time, let's start with USDJPY. Okay, this is my trade for today. As you can see, it went the way I anticipated it will be. So if I can remove all of this and explain everything on this trade. So as you can see, the market was around here when I was analyzing. Then I noticed that I had a rally here. I had this movement. Then I had this consolidation here. Then I had this drop. Then I saw the market pushing up. Then I remember that this market is coming from peak formation high, which is this one, this big formation high. This was my first supply zone. As you can see, it dropped, then it came to retest on the supply zone multiple times, then they finally dropped, then they found another demand zone on the lower side here, which is this one. As you can see, they found the demand zone on the lower side. So this was my first anticipation demand zone. As you can see, they respected the demand zone, then they started to rally up. So as they rally up, then they started to make this movement here. I didn't trade this. Then once I saw them going down like this, then I said, okay, it means now they're going to approach the demand zone here. So they made this movement here, this smaller movement. Then I said, okay, this is gonna be my rally base drop, which is a reversal pattern here. So as you can see from there, let me clean this. I went to smaller time frame. I started by checking my reversal candlestick here. So as you can see, my base candlestick, then I used this candlestick, this last candlestick, which is this one here. Then from there, this is where I went to 15 minutes. As you can see, I had a beautiful pattern here, which is called rally base, then rally, then they came back to the supply zone, then they continue going up down. So this pattern is similar to the ones I talked about on the first episode of supply and demand. So I'm going to talk about them more on the next video, where I will be posting about more basics of supply and demand. So as you can see here, they approached the supply zone here. So when they approached the supply zone, then I said, okay, I'm gonna wait for them to give me a rejection movement here. As you can see, they started to make a beautiful rejection movement. I was away when they were doing this. When I got into the market, they were around this part here. They were around here. Then I said, okay, now I'm taking this trade because it followed my pattern, which is this one. Then I said, okay, I'm taking this trade. Then I took this trade. Then I had to also spot my demand zone where I think they will reverse. So as you can see, I had to go to the previous market here and watch the movement. So if you look at this movement here, you can see that the market was weak at this point. Market was weak. Then as you can see, they give us this pullback here. Then after this pullback, watch how the market made a rally, a big rally here, meaning that the market was very strong from this bullish candlestick here, meaning that this pullback here is our base here, which means it's our demand zone, which means you have to mark the whole candlestick because it's a dodgy candlestick. It has a small body and pins, so you gotta mark through the pins. I'll adjust it on a small time frame. Let me go to 1 hour. So this was my demand zone. So as you can see, they reached my demand zone here, then they touched with the pin, then they closed it. As you can see now, they're doing what? They are reversing here. Let me redraw the supply zone here. So as you can see now, they are trying to go up, meaning that my next movement here is for them to reach this supply zone here. So once they reach this supply zone, I will watch them and see if they approach this supply zone with a fast movement or a weak movement. So because there's a high possibility that they can break this supply with a fast movement, then they continue going up, or they can approach this supply zone with a weak movement, and then they give me same rejection here, then they start to go down. So this is what I'll be watching from now on until tomorrow, and see if they can give me anything. So let's go to US30. Okay, this is US30. Let's see if we can't analyze this one. So as you can see, US30 has been in an uptrend movement. It's been going up. So we're just gonna have to mark our demand zones. As you can see, they made a small rejection here. So as you can see, the market was moving nicely, going up with a weak candlesticks here, with fast movement, weak candlesticks here. As you can see, this part here it can support to be the demand zone. So I want to look for the fresh demand zone coming from the upside going down. So the first one I'm gonna look is this one here. As you can see, we have this bullish candlestick, then we have this bearish one, then after that then we have this movement here, this first movement here. So meaning that this is our fresh demand zone here. So I'm gonna mark it like this. Then scale down to smaller time frame. Okay, if we can go to 30 minutes time frame, this will be our first demand zone here. This is our first demand zone, meaning that once USDT reaches this point, then we're gonna look for a rejection candlestick or rejection pattern here. Then once we get the rejection pattern, then that's where we're gonna buy and continue with the buy that it has been doing. As you can see, it has been in an uptrend movement here. So if they break this demand zone here, then we're gonna start to look for this one here. This will be our second demand zone, which will be this one, meaning that if they break this one, then we're gonna start to look for buy again around this one. So either one of them will give us a rejection movement, and then they continue going up. So I don't want to make this video long, so these are the two pairs that I wanted to talk about, is US30 and Usdjpy. So most of the information I'm gonna cover them in the next video for basic supply and demands, because it's gonna be explaining another patterns that I just used to analyze the market now. So thank you guys, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you.